Startup Visa Canada refusal reasons for PR. This is a special program for tech businesses, those who have even idea stage or who have an MVP or a running business with revenue already being generated. According to a published report in 2022, some of the reasons that the PRs were refused under this particular SUV program would be lack of accomplishment or effort on the part of the applicant, or the applicant's lack of technology experience as number 2. Number 3, the lack of evidence to show collaboration with potential partners. Number 4, the officer was not convinced that there was a seriousness on the part of the applicant in terms of running the business. There were more reasons as well. Some of them included the lack of seriousness as determined by the IRCC officer on the part of the applicant, where it concerned the involvement within the business. There were other reasons as well that we came across in the report, such as the applicant spent only 2 weeks in Canada and then reported that the business incubator would be responsible for running the business. The SUV model of immigration is based on the fact that you are moving here as a team to work on your business and set up a North American base. One of the USPs of this particular program is that you don't require it to be a success, but the officers do need to determine that there has been considerable amount of effort put into running the business and working to make it a success, whether it's a 1-member team or a 5-member team. Now, if you read the report, you will see that there were more reasons given in the same line of objections, in the sense of there was a lack of evidence that the business showed that it was proactively working to obtain customers, or that there was not any serious level of commitment from the business partners within the startup. Whether you come through the angel investor, the VC, which is a venture capital route, or you're working with a local Canadian incubator to obtain the letter of support, to IRCC, it is all the same. You are still the startup that is working to basically set up a base, show genuine effort to make that business a success. What Canada and the Canadian immigration would like to see is that you as a business would in the future provide employment to PRs and Canadians, and that would be of benefit to the local Canadian economy. If you are applying under the Startup Visa program, it's extremely important that you work with a qualified and experienced business consultant who can guide you along the process of putting together a pitch deck, a strong business plan, and working to help you get ready to face either the venture capital, the angel investor, or the incubator. We have seen some cases with other clients working with other consultants where the letter of support did not specify what the intent of the business was, what the role of each member of the team was going to be, and that comes across as very ambiguous when the IRCC officers are basically assessing the case. So it's important that all those roles are defined. It's important that the primary business idea is stated very clearly in the letter of support. Now, if there is no significant benefit to the team being in Canada and the startup moving to Canada, the IRCC officers can reject the PR, saying that this business is not going to provide the benefit that it should to the Canadian economy, and therefore it's easy to reject the entire team. Now, you have to remember that under the Startup Visa program, even if one member gets rejected, the entire team is rejected. And that is probably the one major downside to this particular program, whereas there are other benefits when you compare the SUV as opposed to other business programs within the Canadian immigration streams. Now, for example, there's no designated amount of investment that you require to put into your startup, while other business programs will specify that there needs to be a certain amount of investment in your company. The other benefit would be that you do not necessarily require to hire anyone when you start, whereas other business programs do require you to hire a Canadian or a PR within a certain amount of time. And also the main benefit, one of the key benefits of the SUV program is that you can apply for your PR at the same time that you are applying for your work permit, which is a huge benefit. If you compare it to the other business programs within different provinces, you will find that you have to then first come on a work permit, and then after a qualification period, only then be able to apply for a PR, and that is a very strict criteria. So The startup visa is definitely a beneficial program if you are serious about your business and you are definitely looking at running something of your own in North America. And then this is a place to actually move your company to and provide benefit to the Canadian economy.